There are many choices for hauling your family around these days, and each offers its own set of benefits. A large crossover SUV can give you the passenger comfort, cargo space, and fuel economy you're looking for. But if you also want one that rises above the utilitarian fray, yet is still reasonably priced, the 3-row 2015 Buick Enclave could end up being your ideal choice. So, let's go ahead and check out this 2015 Buick Enclave. Now essentially, the Buick Enclave has been out since the 2008 model year, and since then it has received many updates, most notably in 2013 when it received many exterior styling treatments and on the interior as well. Now, the Buick Enclave also shares the same platform with the GMC Acadia as well as the Chevrolet Traverse. The Enclave is the most luxurious one out of the three, and probably the most stylish one as well. Now, as far as styling goes on the vehicle, I quite like it a lot, and you get the standard premium looking LED daytime running lights, and you also do get the Buick waterfall grille. Very premium and classy looking in my opinion. Now here goes the key fob design for the vehicle. Now this key fob kind of looks like it came straight out of the mid-2000s, kind of getting dated I have to say, but you do have your lock, unlock, and then remote engine start, and then your power tailgate, and then also your panic button. Now it is a white diamond tri-coat exterior color with chrome door handles, with a two-toned black and brown leather interior, power driver seat with power recline as well as power lumbar. Now stepping on into the interior of the Enclave, this is probably the most luxurious interior out of the three platform mates of the Traverse and the Acadia. Very rich looking interior design, nice premium stitching all around the whole interior. Definitely gives it a very classy and very distinctive look. Now unfortunately you don't have push button ignition. And what you're hearing is a 3.6 liter V6. You do have a leather wrapped steering wheel with wood grain. Now coming to your transmission, you have a 6-speed automatic with manual shiftability. Putting the vehicle into reverse does display your rear view camera with guidance lines, and you do have trajectory as well. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lights and the hazards too. Automatic driver's side window. And let's go ahead and pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Heated exterior mirrors with blind spot detection and LED turn signal indicators. You also do have these pretty nice looking 20-inch alloy wheels. High intensity discharge headlights. And like I said, you do have your LED daytime running lights, which do come standard. Now under the hood essentially you have this 3.6 liter V6. Now GM likes to use this across a lot of their models, including the Acadia as well as the Traverse. Now it produces 288 horses at 6,300 RPM and 270 pound-feet of torque at 3,400 RPM. With EPA estimates being a reasonable 16 in the city and 20 on the highway, with all-wheel drive being optional. Now, competitors of the Buick Enclave, you do have the Acura MDX as well as the Ford Explorer. Now, pricing of the Enclave starts at the convenience group which starts at $38,950. The leather group starts at $43,215. And then the premium group starts at $47,070. Now, like I said, EPA estimates are 16 in the city and 22 on the highway, and total vehicle price for this particular one is $54,760. Rear parking sensors, dual exhaust tips, rear window wiper with a rear window defroster. This one is all-wheel drive too. And a LED third brake light on the top. And I like how chrome surrounds the taillights for a much more premium presence. Of course, you have all of your basic power necessities, including power door locks, power windows, and power exterior mirrors, and they are power folding mirrors too. Memory seat settings for 2 people, chrome door handles, and a nice soft touch armrest with nice stitching. Soft to the touch on the mid door panel and upper door panel too with nice stitching. And let's go ahead and rev it up. Very nice. Now, as far as the build quality and the materials go inside of this vehicle here, build quality is pretty excellent. Way better than how Buicks were in the 2000s. Now, you do have nice soft touch materials all around the place, and then, like I said earlier in the video, there's stitching all over the place as well. Materials are exquisite, and the build quality is really good too. There's not that many panel gaps inside of here. But like I said, this is the most luxurious one you can get out of the platform mates of the Traverse and the Acadia and the Enclave. Now, coming to the steering wheel design, I like how it has a really nice, classy, and upscale feel. However, it's getting a little dated in my opinion, the way it's styled. And it looks like it came straight out of the late 2000s when this car was created. Now, coming to these controls over here, you have your cruise control buttons, heated steering wheel on this baby too. And then coming over here, you have your steering wheel mounted audio controls, and then Bluetooth hands-free calling, and then voice recognition as well. Now, you also do have a power tilting and telescoping steering wheel too. Now, coming up here, you have your auto-dimming rearview mirror with OnStar, garage home link, your interior illumination lighting, and then your sunroof. Coming to your center stack controls, it's pretty clean and simple looking. I love the way it looks. You have dual zone automatic climate control, the different zones, front window defroster, rear window defroster, of course all the basics here. And then your temperatures are right here, and then your fan speeds are in the center right there. Coming down here, you have your heated and ventilated front seats, and then your rear window wiper button is right there, and then your traction control off button, your tow and haul mode, and then your power tailgate. Coming right here, you have your USB port, little storage cubby right there, power outlet, then your cup holders, and then I like this nice wood grain going throughout the whole entire cabin. Another reason why this cabin does feel pretty upscale. And then 2 little storage cubbies right there when you open this up. And then your center console lid is really high quality looking with nice stitching. Then opening this up also reveals a little storage cubby. And then this is also an armrest which is adjustable. Now, I also do like the analog clock, which does give the interior a much more rich look as well. Now coming to the gauges, I think they can be better. Don't find anything like a TFT instrument cluster here. These are some pretty basic looking gauges. Like I said, this car was created in the late 2000s, so it's getting a little long in the tooth. The gauges definitely need some work done to them. But you do have your RPM gauge right there, your speedometer, and then your fuel gauge. But it's very basic looking. And then you have your trip odometer up there, and then your direction of travel. Now let's get to the main head unit here. This is Buick's IntelliLink system. Now this infotainment system can be a little finicky to use. Now I do like the responsiveness of the touchscreen. It's much better than Cadillac's Q system. You have your weather right here. And then coming to your home button that displays pretty much everything. You have your traffic right there. And then you have your traffic settings. And then you have your navigation system. Pretty basic looking. But you do, like I said, you do have live traffic. And you do have live weather on this bad boy too. But don't expect to find anything like 3D rendering of buildings, which GM does have available on their cars. Just not on this one. And then coming to your settings, you have your Bluetooth device list, text message options, voice recognition, then display settings. Then you have your tone, equalizer settings. And then you also do have a picture viewer, Stitcher smart radio, which you access through your smartphone data connection, as well as Pandora. Then you have Bluetooth streaming audio, XM satellite radio, your CD player optical disc drive, USB port, and then your auxiliary input, and then your rear auxiliary input, and then of course AM and FM. So overall, I really do love this system. I think it's pretty user friendly at most times, but it can get a little finicky to use at some times, but for the most part it is pretty good. They do need to make the screen just a tad bigger, however, and I think they would have pretty much a really good infotainment system here. Now coming down to this lower section right here, you do have your lane departure warning and then your forward collision alert. And then right here, this basically you can change many different settings, including your park assist and then your rear cross traffic alert, and then your side blind spot monitoring, and then your units, front tires. I just wish they would do it in a different fashion, like include it in a little TFT instrument cluster. I think it would be much better and much more modern. But it works. I guess that's the most important part. Now coming to the seats here, the seats are fairly comfortable, I have to say. Decent amount of support, and thigh support is excellent in this vehicle. Now the headrests also do have a nice pillowy, soft feel to them. I really do like it. And the driving position, I found a pretty good driving position. I'm about 5'11". And then coming over here, you also do have your ambient lighting button. Pretty neat. Really does brighten up the interior at night. Now the 2015 Enclave isn't exactly light on its feet. The V6 engine provides adequate performance but lacks authoritative punch during passing maneuvers. In addition, the automatic transmission can be slow to react when a quick downshift is needed, but gear changes are at least smooth. It's an excellent highway cruiser, however. It's a Buick, of course, thanks to its impressively smooth ride and low levels of wind and road noise. Driven around turns, the big crossover SUV is reasonably secure, but it does feel bulkier and less maneuverable than the sportier MDX. Now, as far as visibility goes, visibility is okay. It's not the best. The A-pillars are pretty thick, and then when seeing out the back, it can get pretty compromising. If you're looking for better visibility, I suggest the GMC Acadia, which is a little bit better. Alright, and let's go ahead and shut down the Enclave. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle, including the rear seat passenger space as well as the cargo capacity. Now, along with its platform mates, the Acadia and the Traverse, the Enclave does have a generous amount of cargo capacity here. Do have a 12-volt power outlet back here as well. And these rear seats also do fold down to maximize cargo room by pulling this up right here. Now, build quality and materials do follow through in the rear. You still have chrome door handles back here, soft touch armrest, soft touch on mid door panel, and upper door panel too. Now, sitting back here, I'm actually very comfortable. Now, I have the driver's seat to where my driving position would be, and I'm very comfortable back here. I wouldn't mind taking a long road trip. It kind of reminds me of a minivan back here, especially with the second row captain's chairs. But the Enclave, along with its platform mates, have one of the most spacious back seats. Now, you also do have an 120 volt power outlet, 12 volt power outlet, and then your rear aux jacks, and then 2 USB ports, and then coming right here, you also do have your AC controls, temperatures, fan speeds, and then your different zones. Dual map pockets as well, and then a rear seat DVD entertainment system for the kids. And then you also do have the sliding shade, which opens this up to give the cabin a much more airy feel. And then also these seats do slide forward and aft, and then you get a little armrest right here too. And like I said, they do recline. Now, getting into the rear is fairly easy since we do have captain's chairs and we have this little walkway right here, and you don't have to, tumble the seats forward or anything of that nature. So it makes it very convenient. Now, sitting back here, I'm actually very comfortable back here, and thigh support is okay too, given that it's the third row. And like I said, the Enclave does have one of the best rear seat accommodations in the class. Now, you do have cup holders right here and a little storage cubby right there, along with the other side. But I could definitely sit in the third row on a long road trip, and like I said, I'm about 5'11", and I could still be fairly comfortable. And usually that's hard to do in a 3-row crossover SUV. Usually a lot of them don't do that. It can be very comfortable in the third row, but the Enclave can be. Alrighty. Full power passenger seat with power recline as well as power lumbar. Your glove box compartment, nice and damped. Alright. So the 2015 Buick Enclave is a great middle ground option for families who want a lot of space with luxury ambiance, but aren't ready to pay the premium asking price for a 3-row SUV from one of the import luxury brands. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.